Hello everyone, mhauser321 here, also known as Matt, and I am playing Kirby's Adventure for the NES, one of the great games in the Nintendo library. Also, one of my favorites. It is by far in my top 5 on the NES. It's got a huge replay value and it's really fun. It's a great game. Let's see, Kirby's Adventure was created in 1993 by Hal Laboratory and Nintendo. There's 42 levels, 7 worlds, and 22 powers. I mean, that's just Kirby's powers, the abilities he can take, like this one right here, you'll see. He takes, this is called fire? I think it's just called fire. Oh, it didn't say, but I'm pretty sure that's just a fire ability. This screen you're looking at right here, yeah, that's right. The screen you're looking at right here is the sort of like introductory screen. If you let the game play for or just sit there for like a minute, this will just play over and over again, and it's just kind of telling you how to play the game, you know, showing you some of the abilities, what buttons to press. It'll show you how to take an ability, how to fly, how to I want to call it slide. I guess that's what they call it, maybe. That's what it's called in Mega Man, I think, sliding. This is by far one of my favorite games, and probably one of the, you know, the largest and most liked games in the Nintendo library, I want to say. I mean, it came out in 1993, which is kind of late in the lifetime of the Nintendo, but it still has, like, I don't want to say a cult following, but it still has a lot of people who played it and really like it. I mean, if you look at the game, it kind of almost looks like it was played, or it should be played on a Super Nintendo. But I'll shut up here. Here's the story. And there you go. And that's how the game is started. Little plot, a little bit here, a little bit there. I'm going to be starting a new game. I'm not going to be playing in extra mode. I'm just going to be playing in the regular mode. I'm going to be going for 100% completion. So hopefully I can find all the secret hidden doors. Now, if you don't know what that is, after about World 2, I think Worlds 1 and 2 don't have any, but in the rest of the worlds there are secret switches that give you, unlock special features like games, and they also give you higher completion points. So, if you get them all, you beat the game, the first way through, you get another mode. It's called extra mode. Kirby can't sword fight, apparently. You get an extra mode, and if you go and beat the game with extra mode and get 100 completion, you get an extra thing that's called a soundboard, and it'll give you like just all the sounds in the game. You can listen to them, all the music and everything. You can basically go through and listen to them. So here we go. We're on the first world, or the first level of the first world, and we are starting to experience some Kirby characters. Oh my. That was Flamey, I think is what he's called. And these are Waddler D's? No. Got Waddler D's, Sparky here, and those guys are called Bronto Berts. Waddler D, another Flamey, I think. If you go down here, you'll find the first instance of a power-up called a UFO. And I missed it completely. I'll get it next time once I find one, hopefully. But the UFO is probably the strongest power-up in the game, and it can be used to do speed runs of this game. It's probably the most overpowered one. I'll have to show you it next time. That's Waddler Do. Right there I picked up an M tomato, which stands for maximum tomato. It is a tomato that refills your health bar all the way to, you know, maximum. That makes sense. Maximum tomato. But here is an instance of the mini game. It's like at the end of each stage, if you can get to the very top, you can get an extra life. And you'll see more of that. That's more to come. Here's another mini game per se. It's called Crane Fever, and I do really bad here. By the way, I was nervous, so I didn't want to press the wrong button, and I just ended up pressing the button twice. in the wrong spot. But if you pick up these Kirby's, like these little plush Kirby's, whatever, you can drop them in there and you'll get a life. I'll have another instance where I can show you where I actually get some. Here, I just dud twice. I apologize for that. Let's see. The first world, is called... Oh, I can't think of what the first world's called right now. But the first boss is Wispy Woods. He's a giant tree. I mean, he's in almost every Kirby game. It's called Vegetable Valley. That's the first world. But he's in almost every Kirby game. I don't know if he's always the first boss, but he usually makes an appearance in most of them. Get out of my way. The beam ability here is a strong ability. Kirby actually can get 2 power-ups at once, and it does this thing that's called a mix-up. And if you get a mix, you get like a random decision of what power you want to get. Here you'll see that I'm trying to get rid of that star on the right there. If you get rid of it and you keep going, here's a little Easter egg that I discovered. You can find this Hal sign with a little broom sweeping lady sweeping around it. It's pretty cool. I don't know. It's just the word Hal. You can't do anything with it. But I tend to get that every time I play the game. I'll go check it out. Alright, now you take the warp star and you get this little sweet animation. These Bronto birds, they're always in the way. Okay, so the first little mini boss of the game is Poppy Bros Sr. And he fires these little bombs at you. And he also jumps like a fairy. You know, I was thinking about that. Who jumps like that? There's something wrong with his legs or something. This guy needs to see a doctor. I'm not quite sure. But he's always smiling, even when he's throwing bombs at people. So, I think he's a bit perverted. But you get a cool power-up. It's called Crash. And once you see Crash, you'll see what it does. You'll see the little star down there. You only have one use of it. Watch this. Booyah! It just kills everything on the screen. It's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite abilities, but you only get to use it once, so that sucks. The world levels actually make an acronym. If you take the first letter of each level and put it in a list backwards, not from 1 to 6, but from 1 to 7, but 7 to 1, or not from 1 to 7, but 7 to 1. Yeah, that's right. They spell Roy G. Biv, which are, you know, the colors of the rainbow. And I don't know what the point of that was, but I guess it's just a cool little secret that sometimes, you know, you don't really see. I didn't see it when I was younger and played the game. I didn't figure it out till I was, you know, old and nerdy. Here we go, level 3. Oh, that's a Cappy, by the way, and it looks like a condom without the head, without the mushroom cap on it. I know that sounds perverted again, but it really does. I'm not joking. One of the cool abilities Kirby has is the ability to fly, and some people say that, you know, it reminds them of in Mario where you get the cape, Super Mario that is, or, you know, the Tanuki suit where you can fly. But it's kind of a mixture of both, to be honest with you. Snap! I got hit there. That sucks. Give me that. Give me that power up. Oh, what is this guy called? I can't think of what that guy's called right now. I had all these names pretty much memorized. As a child, I didn't really know him, but as an adult, I looked it up, and I just can't remember right now. I'll have to do a refresher course before the next video. Those are Poppy Bros Jr. Sparky. I don't know, maybe I don't have them all memorized. I just have some of them. Give me that tomato. I'm gonna go down there and try to get that. This guy tries to snipe me right here. Snipe! Oh, he missed. They're pretty good at that. Those flamies. And the Bronto birds get really annoying in some of the stages. They're like homing missiles. They chase you down. It's kind of lame. They made a remake of this game, like a newer version, on the Game Boy Advance. It was called Kirby's Nightmare Dreamland, and I've heard pretty good things about it. I've never actually played it. Here's another feature, a museum, where you can get power-ups. I just kill that guy. But I'm just showing you that you can go in here and get a power-up. Different museums have different abilities, and so that's kind of like the first museum. They kind of just put a sword in it. Nobody really uses it. But here we have our first mini-boss. Or no, our second mini-boss, Mr. Frosty. The first one was Poppy Bros. Senior, and I just annihilate him. Boom. Eat it. He gives you freeze power, which is nice. There's another one called Ice, which I think is better, in my opinion. But it works a lot right here. Like, it works pretty good in this area. Those guys were called Krakos, I think? No, not Krakos. Capos. Capos, yeah. Capos. I think they're Capos. Could be wrong, though. Don't quote me on that. Okay. And those guys give you a needle power, but I didn't get it there. It's not really necessary. Waddler D's and Waddler Doos. Yeah, that's a Waddler D. The Waddler Doos are the ones that give you the beam ability. There you go. Right here, you're going to see the first instance of Meta Knight. He's a reoccurring character in the Kirby series. I'm not sure. In this series, you fight him once. You have a boss where you fight him. But here, he just gave us some candy. I don't know if you saw that little sprite. It was like a lollipop. And Kirby goes crazy. It's kind of like a Starman in Mario. And he's invulnerable for like, 30 seconds probably is the time on it. I don't know exact time. And so, Meta Knight is a cool character. I don't know all the details behind his history, but he's just a sword-fighting Kirby is basically the gist of it. There's a lot more, I bet. Some people are going to be mad that I said that, but there's a lot more to his backstory than that. And now we have the first boss. First boss is Wispy Woods, and I'm about to annihilate him, because he's really easy. Give me that Star Rod, buddy. He does two abilities. He drops acorns or apples, and he shoots like clouds out of his mouth. And basically the acorn hits me here. Bastard. I'll fire one at him and he dies. See, there's the poofs, and you're supposed to duck there. And that's about it. It's a pretty simple boss. I mean, I think Ice works the best against him, but I'm not 100% on that. And that's going to do it for the first part of my video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you liked the video, like, subscribe if you want to see more. And next video, we will be facing Ice Cream Island. Take care, everyone.